Hi, welcome to Paul's Tackle Reviews. My name's Paul Cresswell. The purpose of this YouTube channel is to give you some reviews of tackle that's been out on the bank, tried and tested by an unbiased, unsponsored angler, and that's me. Today I'm going to look at the Cresta Identity Hardcase for carrying your pole. And you'll have seen on the front page for the video that I've also put the MAP as well, and somebody who's got both of these has told me that they are identical, the MAP and the Cresta one, apart from a bit of branding, mainly blue colouring, in and around the MAP one that you'll see if you go on their website. So we're looking at the same product made by the same manufacturer with different branding across the two. So some of you will have seen my video previously, and I had and I've still got the Guru Fusion X case, and I bought this in January 2020, just before COVID got big. One of the Bobco sales, and I only paid £72, and I've used that for the best part of 2 years, and it's been really good. I've not had any problems with it. It's kept everything secure, but the problem with it is its capacity. And if you see my video on the Guru case, you'll see that you get 2 full-length sections down one side, and then you get top kits on the other side, and that was okay. And I carried some additional bits in my rod hold all, but I did want something with more capacity, and when I bought the Guru, the Cresta really wasn't available. The last couple of years everything's been in short supply, as have these, as have the MAP ones, but they're now starting to become available for people. So Cresta as a brand, don't know too much about them. I do have their chopworm scissors, and you'll see from one of my videos I've got the aligners to go in your top kits, both excellent pieces of kit. So the Cresta is the new one, and it is bigger than the Guru. It's not longer. They're both 190 centimeters. This one then is around 14 centimeters tall and 15 across. So the dimensions aren't much different, but there is a real difference between this and the Guru. This is, some of you will know what a snooker case is like. It's rigid on both sides, and then you put it together and you zip it up. With the Guru one, don't know if you can see this, there was always a bit of play on the zip, so the top part could move and kind of come down a bit. So it isn't much smaller on the tape measure, but it doesn't hold its shape as well as the Cresta. So what have we got with the Cresta? Well, we have this double-handed locking mechanism, which is the same as the Guru one. It's a good handle, it locks together, it's nice and well balanced in the middle. It does come with a shoulder strap. It's not a super padded shoulder strap. I never use it. This goes on my barrow, or I carry it with the handles. So again, it's the same zip mechanism. So I've zipped it to that end. So you zip all the way around, and then you come back over, take it up to the top, and then round the back, and then it opens up, and you have everything stored in there. As usual, I'll put a few photos of some close-ups here that I'm going to talk about. So there are 2 sets of Velcro fasteners there and there on each side. The Guru one had a piece of elastic going over there. neither particularly better. I don't have a problem with either. And there's some mesh netting at one end, which I take to be the bottom of the hold all, and then you can put stuff in. So I've already said the zips are good and the weight comes together, is secure, so there's no movement on either side. Is it waterproof? Well, I've been out now, I've had this 3 or 4 months, I've been out several times, and what I will say is, if when you've got stuff out, you fasten it up, you zip it up and you put the zips face down, then I've had it out in fairly heavy rain. I've had no rain in it. I would imagine that if you've got torrential rain, it will inevitably come through the zips, but only a small amount. I think it's fairly waterproof. I've got no concerns. What I will say is, when you get home, if you just open it up and stand it up, it will dry really quickly as well. The inside material that everything goes against is very similar to the Guru. It's like a felt material, a tiny bit of padding, but nice and cushioned for all your gear to go in. So as I said, and as you can see on this side, I've got my butt section 13 meter, the 14.5 extension, and then I've got my dolly butt in, and that's the same diameter. So I can have 3 full length, full pole sections in one side, which is what wasn't possible with the Guru, that only had 2. So you can see the increase in capacity. So in here, and I've scavenged around my garage to find as many bits of kit as I can find. I've got the 13 meter pole, I've got the 14.5 extension, I've got 2 dolly butts inside each other. I've then even put a couple of shallow kits inside the dolly butts. So it's tight, but there's nothing there. There's still a little bit of movement there. And then in the other side, I've got 3 F1 shallow kits, and I think I've then got 10 top 2s in there as well. So there's 13 kits in that side. And there's still a little bit of room there. You could probably get a couple more. There is no issues closing this, nothing sticking up there. I'm sure I could get a couple more kits in quite easily. On the top 2s, I've got some with the butt at that end and kind of top and tail, and some the other way up, so not everything's together. I have got a Maver pole, and if you've got a Maver pole, or you've got a Matrix, or I think a Browning or a MAP pole, then roughly the diameter of your top kits is around 22 millimeters, and that's about as big as it gets. So I've got big diameter kits in here. If you're going to have a Daiwa, a Preston or a Midi with 18-19 mil kits, then you're going to get more in because they're going to take up less room at either end. Either way, it's quite a large capacity. Quite often this side is full with the pole, and then sometimes I take 3 or 4 top kits and I don't find they move about too much. Sometimes I'll take more. I don't think I've ever had it this full as when I'm doing the demo today. Empty, the case weighs around 3 kilos, so it's not a big addition to anybody. And bear in mind, you're losing all of those plastic tubes that you used to have to carry around as well, and the rod hold all. So I've got the Supera ready rod bag and this, and that carries everything I do. I've got the landing nets in the outside pocket of the Supera. There is a separate video on that if you want to have a look. And if I was taking the 16 metre section, which I don't take very often, I might put it in here, and I might put the dolly butts in the Supera. I've always got plenty of room there. I will say I think it's secure and safe, and I don't see any sign, and you would have to be pretty reckless to damage anything that's in here. I had no problems with the Guru. That was good and safe. I think these are a real step forward after years of lugging around great big holdalls with tons of tubes, especially for top kits. This is a real step forward. So the Cresta is around 140. You might get it a little bit cheaper. The MAP, I think, is around 130. I've been on the Matrix website. They've got one as well, and I don't know if it's the same as this. It certainly looks very similar, and theirs is about 125 and looks, I don't know if it's from the same company, manufacturer, but that you can obviously have a look on their website. But at that kind of money, I think you're getting something that's going to last a really long time. The quality of the zips, the zips will be where it fails, and I'm really got good confidence in the quality of the zips and the way it's been made throughout. I would describe it as white clean. I mean, the outside is plastic, as you can possibly see there. There's a few bits of mud stains. I'm not somebody who has their tackle pristine. The bits that really matter, the pole, the reels, the rods, they're clean. Stuff like this, it will just sit with mud, and eventually I'll give it a clean. I think it's really well designed, great protection, and buying Cresta as a brand didn't matter to me. I'm not a tackle tart in that everything has to be the same brand. I'm not that bothered about the colour. It's black, it's fine. I don't have a colour scheme. I remember somebody putting that on a forum once. We're going fishing, it's not a fashion show, but I do appreciate some people like things to match, and all the colours and all the brands together. So I suppose the obvious question is, if you can pick one of these up, say 130, the Guru now is around £100. The RRP was 90 when I've got it, so they've gone up a bit. What would I recommend for somebody? Well, if you've got a 13 metre pole that packs into one, a few top kits, maybe a dolly butt and a landing net handle, you'll easily get that in the Guru, and that's fine. But that said, if you're paying 100 quid for the Guru, which is what they are now, I think the RRP is 110, but I've just looked, there's loads on eBay around 100 quid. If you're paying 25, 30 quid extra, I think you're getting an awful lot more now. I think you're getting a better closing mechanism. You don't get any play between the two halves. You get more capacity, but if you only had a 13 metre pole and 3 top kits, it is going to rattle around in here. That's a fact of life. So the Guru's done me proud, and it's been great. I did want more capacity. When I bought that, these weren't available, and I paid £72, and at 75, 80 quid, I think the Guru is an absolute bargain. As more people move on to these, and I've already seen it on eBay, you'll see some Gurus coming up for sale. You might find some locally to you, and at 50, 60 quid second hand, they are an absolute snip. That's it for today. Hope you found that interesting. If you've got any questions, put them below. I'll try and get back to you. If you want to give me a like and a thumbs up, that would be great. If you want to subscribe to the channel, there's well over 30 videos now on there covering all kinds of different bits of tackle that I've used. And my next video, I'm looking at something I've just bought, which is a light, cheap canal style seat box from Westlake. I've been out a couple of times, give it a few more goes, and then I'll do a video review. Till next time, tight lines.